Hi, my friend. Good morning or good afternoon. I'm going to record the video for April 30th, which is a Thursday. So I hope your day is going well. I have my pollination book in front of me. It's called What is Pollination? And we're going to go over the insects that we learned about this week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reread what we learned about this week, starting with bees. And I'm going to read through everything, and then I want you to answer some important questions to see if you can identify which insect I'm talking about on Seesaw. Okay? So let's start with bees. Bees are the best. There are thousands of kinds of bees, but the honeybee is the most important pollinator. Honeybees are social insects. Social insects live together in groups called colonies. Each bee colony lives in a hive, which is its home. Bees collect nectar and pollen from flowers. They pollinate many kinds of fruit trees as well as vegetable plants. They also make honey, which people eat. Bumblebees. The bumblebee is another kind of pollinator. There are about 250 species of bumblebees. Bumblebees have big, furry bodies. Like honeybees, these bees live in colonies of 150 to 200 bees. Bumblebees make their nests underground. The tongues of some bumblebees are short and others are long. The long-tongued bees are important pollinators of many plants, such as beans, tomatoes, and clover. So here's honeybees and bumblebees. Next, butterflies and moths. Butterflies and moths have long proboscises. Have long proboscises or mouth parts, which they can reach the nectar and pollen inside flowers. Butterflies like bright pink, blue, and purple flowers. Some moths are good pollinators of flowers that bloom at night. They look for pale flowers, but with strong scents. The hummingbird moth can pollinate flowers that are too thin and deep for other pollinators, so its long proboscis can reach the pollen deep inside them. This butterfly has landed on a pink flower. It is using its long proboscis to sip the nectar, and its legs are covered in pollen. So remember, proboscis is the mouth parts. Now we're going to do wasps and flies. We're going to read about it. Wasps are mainly carnivores. Carnivores eat other animals. Wasps hunt small insects. Many insects live on plants. Wasps visit flowers to look for smaller insects that they can find there. They also drink flower nectar to give them energy to hunt insects. While they hunt insects, wasps pollinate plants by carrying pollen on their bodies from flower to flower. Wasps also help nature by eating many insects that damage plants. Now let's read about flies. Pretending to sting. Flies are very important pollinators because there are so many of them. The most important fly pollinators are hoverflies and bee flies, but many other flies also visit flowers to feed on nectar. Hoverflies have yellow and black stripes, but they are not related to bees or wasps. The flies, which cannot sting, pretend to be stinging insects to keep other animals away from eating them. You guys are doing a great job. And our last one, beetles. Beetle pollinators. Beetles visit flowers for many reasons. Some eat the pollen and the nectar in flowers, and some eat the whole flower. So some of them eat the entire flower. Other beetles feed on small insects that visit flowers. Smooth or hairy. Beetles that are smooth are not the best pollinators because pollen slides right off their bodies. The best beetle pollinator are those with hairy bodies because the pollen sticks to their hairs as they travel from flower to flower. Ladybugs are beetles that feed on small pests such as aphids. Aphids damage plants. Ladybugs also drink some nectar as a snack to give them energy. All right, friends, so now that we've done our insects, we went over beetles, wasps, flies, butterflies, moths, and bees. Any others? Nope. I want you to head over to Seesaw and I want you to read the question that I'm going to ask and tell me if the answer is bees, wasp, flies, butterflies, moths, or beetles. 6 options, okay? All right, good luck.